Shemai, I'm Hannah,
And I'm Charlotte.
and this is the Purple Sector.
So today we're going to have a pre-season chat, so get your brews and your teas ready to find out more about us and our love for motorsport.
Righty-ho. So I'm going to go with the first question from TGS_F1. How do we know each other?
Well, we know each other because we got put into a F1 group chat on Twitter, and then we made a little mini group chat on WhatsApp, and then we've just been friends really since then, haven't we?
Yeah, and you've had to put up with me ever since.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's kind of a weird one. We were just kind of chatting on the group chat one day, and then we'd said about I considered doing a blog or a YouTube channel previously, and it's obviously related to your course. So then we just decided, we'll give it a bit of a bash, and here we are.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's working pretty well.
I don't think we're doing too bad of a job.
No. Okay, so I have a question from my good friend Callum, and his @name is @thelefty_Scott, and he says, will Williams score points this season, and if so, how many?
I'm going to go 3. I've got a feeling with kind of the setups of the limited number of races, likely it is you're going to have a fair few trigger-happy drivers the first race out. So I'm going to go 3. I think they're not going to be as far behind as they were last year. I also think George Russell's going to get all 3. I'm not confident Latifi will get any points, but yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think I was going to say 3 or 4 because I think all we need is a wet race like Germany last year. We need people not for like DNFs. We need people crashing out. Like, I feel like they can get 3 or 4. I think it will be George as well. I don't think it'll be Latifi, but we'll have to see.
Speaking of DNFs and things, is a question from @WillIll2000, who runs Formula Podcast 1, who's put this retirement of the season.
God, I had this question with in my collab with Dawney the other day, and I think I said Grosjean, but now I'm like thinking, you know, the Renaults might not, and I don't want to say McLaren because I really have hope, but honestly, I feel like it could be anyone. I'm gonna stick with what I said in Dawney's and say Grosjean.
I'm considering putting a bet on. My money is on Grosjean.
Yeah.
But I just think you're going to have so many rusty drivers, and Grosjean's a crash hazard anyway. So
yeah, that's very true.
Him or Magnussen, I think one of them, but I'd say Grosjean.
Grosjean, yeah. Okay, so then I have talking of Dawney, I have a question from her. So @F1 Dawney, fave track and love to hate track.
I'm a Brit, so I'm gonna have to go Silverstone, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Silverstone for the sheer like nostalgia factor, and I love to hate track. I'm gonna go Albert Park.
Yeah,
I don't think Australia is the best track. I think the atmosphere is nice, but I don't think I preferred Adelaide. I've watched some of the classic races and preferred the Adelaide track, but it's a nice season opener. It's something different. What about you?
Obviously Silverstone. Hopefully I'll get to be there next year, you know. Fingers crossed. And love to hate. Oh, you know, I think Hockenheim. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's the first one that comes to my head when I think about that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even have a reason. That's just
yeah.
I just think
Hockenheim's one of them ones that he'll have a good race and then a ton of bad ones.
Yeah.
Right. Next question. I'm going to go from our friend Erica @Damachi. Which driver do you think will surprise us the most?
I mean, I think Perez. Like, I rate him highly as a driver.
Yeah.
But with this new car, I feel like he could be getting a couple podiums this season, especially with how weird this season is. Yeah. So I'm going to say Sergio.
In terms of performance, I'm going to go Albon, because I think everyone will underestimate Albon compared to Max, and I think he'll give him a run for his money. He won't be necessarily up there just yet, but I think in a couple of races he'll get close and things. In terms of kind of non-driving aspect, I'm going to say Vettel. I've got a feeling he's going to be more stubborn and more ruthless than we've ever seen him. He's going to be more like he was the multi-21 days at Red Bull. And I think because he's got nothing to lose, he's just going to put his foot down. If he's in the lead, always racing for podiums, I don't think he'll go and help Charles, because Ferrari's not got a hope in hell. And what's he got to lose?
Exactly. They haven't exactly been the most loyal to him, so why should he be loyal to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually agree with that, I'm not gonna lie. So we've got a question from @Jonties_corner, and they have asked, which of the TV coverage team's job would you most like to do?
I'd like to be a presenter. I think
Yeah.
that'd be the idea. Probably, I think I'd want to be Lee McKenzie. Lee McKenzie was like my favourite presenter of them all, because she did the BBC coverage for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I would joke I will be the female Steve Jones.
Yes, yeah, you can actually be the female Steve Jones. I think I would choose Rachel.
Yeah.
Like over this lockdown, like watching all like the lives and stuff that she's been doing, all that. But I also really want to say it's lights out. So.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to go. Next question is from BMPHF1. Who do you think will be the best of the rest?
I'm sticking with my.
Oh, your man.
With my guys, McLaren. Although everyone's saying that Racing Point will be up there. So that'll be quite interesting to see, but I'm sticking with McLaren because I just think last year they performed so well. And with Lando, it's the second season, he'll be less nervous, he'll be improving on stuff he did last season. Yeah. And Carlos has been signed for Ferrari, so.
Yeah. See, I'm going to go Racing Point. I think I've got a feeling they could potentially hit Ferrari, because
really?
It depends on what that update's like, because Ferrari have already said they've got major flaws in their car.
Yeah.
The Racing Point is a pink 2019 Mercedes. I've got a feeling it is, if Ferrari are having inter-team issues, Racing Point, Sergio Perez is an incredibly underrated driver, and Lance Stroll I don't think is as bad as everyone says he is.
So @Towdin has asked dream track to visit, and I know she's asked this because I know that she wants to know my dream track.
Right, I think it has to be Spa. For me, it's just such an iconic Formula One track. I'd love to go kind of drive over there if I eventually learn to drive. Go and camp, have some fun. Silverstone used to be my dream track to visit, but it's now I went there back in 2016, so I think Spa for me. What about you?
I would say Spa and Singapore.
Yeah.
Because I want to see a night race.
Or, to be fair, Singapore's a good one. I also kept thinking then Imola. I was like, Imola would be a good one if they got that on the track, or Monza.
Yeah, Monza just for the atmosphere, I think. Not for the track, for the atmosphere.
Just dance my foot. That's the thing though, like, when I went to Silverstone, I was surrounded by Lewis Hamilton fans in a Ricardo top. And I was thinking, this might not have been the best choice. So if we ever go to Monza, we'll just have to get Ferrari tops.
Oh, just won't wear any team tops. Just be.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Beth F1's question of first F1 memory.
Everyone says this is how I remember it. This is honestly how I remember it. I was on a holiday. We went for lunch at the bar. It was 2008. So I remember the year. And Lewis had won, and then that was it. I was like screwed straight in, and I've watched like ever since, and like McLaren and Lewis. So
the first race I ever distinctly remember watching was with the 2006 Brazilian Grand Prix, with Michael Schumacher's last race, which like Michael Schumacher is my favourite. Like,
so @JeordieBoy8 has asked favourite moment of all time.
Button winning in Canada, actually. 2011 Canadian Grand Prix. Because I think for that race, whenever you see drivers in like later years going, oh, I'm retiring, I can't be bothered. I'm like, the man was at the back, had that many safety cars and drive through penalties and pit stops. It proves that Formula One sometimes just can be so unpredictable, and that if you're a real Formula One driver, no matter what, you'll give it your best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine's not actually in Formula One.
Oh,
I have many Formula One favourite moments, like
Yeah.
Brazil last year, Carlos, yes. But I'm going to say Leclerc in Bahrain in the F2
yeah.
because I watched that video so many times. Every time I see it on Twitter, I watch it. Just the way he drove, I'm just like, that's just wow. So yeah, that would be my favourite moment, I think.
I think that is a good one, to be fair. I'm going to go now for another question from TGS_F1. Anything you dislike about the current structure or setup of Formula One?
We need more women presenters, we need more women content creators, we need more women in teams, and we need a woman driver.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
One of the things I dislike about the current setup, other than the lack of women, is probably qualifying. I don't like the Q3 setup. Q1 and Q2, fair enough, but Q3 it's predominantly showing the guys at the front.
Yeah.
Like the whole joke about Carlos never gets airtime. It's like I'd rather have a shootout. You have one lap, and also I don't like the fact that with the tyre allocations, because the fact that they're starting on the tyre that they qualified on means sometimes they don't always give it their best, and that Q2 times will be faster than Q3, and I'm going, no, this should be the fastest you can race. So
I agree with that. So it's going along with the woman sort of discussion. Beth F1 again, I'm going to use her. Who are your favourite female content creators?
I saw that question. I was like, Beth, you're plugging yourself in. I think, I'm going to go Beth, F1 Dorney and Kira, I think. They've got to be our favourites.
Definitely. They are definitely mine.
Yeah.
Well, they're really good questions, actually.
Yeah. It's nice because it's been a mix of finding out about each other and how about Formula One. So we're going to sign off now. So hopefully I will see you soon. And make sure to tune in to our next video. And we'll be doing race reviews for the...
because it's race week.
I'm excited. And also we'll leave some of our favourite content creators in the description bar below. So make sure to check them out and support them.
Yep.
This has been the Purple Sector. Bye.
Bye.